Hey everybody, I'm Abby Smyers and I am back here in my kitchen, and today we are going to be making one of the family classics, but we're going to do a twist. We're going to take meatloaf and we're going to kick it up a notch. We're going to take our Mama's meatloaf recipe and take it to the rodeo using this fabulous Philadelphia cooking cream Santa Fe blend. So let's get in the kitchen and I'll show you how easy it is to take meatloaf to the next level. Right, kicking up Mama's meatloaf is going to be so easy. But first we have to start with meat. And I am using 2 pounds of locally raised organic meat. And I have thawed this out, and this meat in and of itself just tastes amazing. So I'm going to place that in my bowl, my mixing bowl. And to this meat, let me move this plate out of the way for it. To this meat, I'm going to be adding 1 cup of diced onion. Then I'm going to be adding 1 cup of minced green pepper. Then we're going to add 1.5 cups of frozen corn, because what says Southwest and rodeo like fresh corn? That burst of flavor is going to be delicious in this recipe. Then we're going to add 2 eggs, and we're going to add cornmeal instead of breadcrumbs, because this is going to add that flavorful corn punch to this meatloaf that we get to take to the rodeo. Then, of course, we are going to be adding this luscious Philadelphia cooking cream Santa Fe blend. And as I've been talking about, this cooking cream is just an amazing creation because it makes everything so much easier. Into the bowl goes this luscious cooking cream, and as you can see, it's just got that velvet texture, and this is going to add that cheesy, creamy texture where a lot of my mama's meatloaf recipe called for milk, or sometimes it called for sour cream or cream of mushroom soup. This is going to pack way more flavor than all of that. And we're transforming one of our favorites into something that's a little different. So it might surprise our family members. It gives them something new to look forward to, so it's not just the old standby. And then I'm going to add a couple pinches of fresh salt and a little bit of cracked pepper. And then for the final kickoff, I am going to be adding about a tablespoon of sriracha. If you don't like things really spicy, don't add this, because this is going to add a kick. But I like my Santa Fe things with a big kick. So I'm going to add some of that. And then we're going to be adding a little bit of fresh cilantro, because this fresh flavor complements the spice and those Santa Fe flavors so great. I'm just going to put it right in there. And then we are going to mix it up with a wooden spoon. And I've also preheated my oven to 350 degrees. This is incorporated into just a lovely, lovely looking meatloaf that just smells, it smells of Santa Fe. And I love Santa Fe. They have great turquoise there. So, now I've got my loaf pan, and I'm just going to spray this with some cooking spray. And then I'm going to turn my meatloaf into this pan, and it just looks beautiful. Alright, I think that will do us. And then I'm just going to pat it down with the back of my spoon, sort of like they do in the airport where they pat you down with the back of their hand. Sorry, cheap joke. Okay, now this is all evenly in here, and we are going to, I think we've covered this before, but for those of you who have not seen my videos before, I love cheese. So we are going to top it with a little bit of cheddar cheese, and this is also going to add a beautiful crust to the top of this. And then I'm going to pop it in my oven for 45 minutes, and it will cook all beautifully together and make us a beautiful Mama's kicked up meatloaf. Okay, now is the moment of truth that we've all been waiting for. I made myself a beautiful pool of fresh salsa and sliced off this tender, delicate meatloaf. And I love avocado, so I put a little avocado on the side. And now we get to try this kicked up Mama's meatloaf. And it looks so good. Oh, it's so tender. And I want that cheese. Mmm. 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 The flavors from that Santa Fe blend cooking cream adds so much creaminess and depth, and the sriracha adds that kick that gets mellowed by that burst of sweetness from the corn. This is perfect. It was so good, I forgot to put cilantro on. So if you want fresh cilantro on, you can always do that too. But please get in your kitchen and surprise your family with this twist, let us say, a kick that we add to this meatloaf, to your family favorite. So thank you, Philadelphia cream cheese and cooking cream, for making my life easier and my recipes just a little bit